This is okay. So the other day we were covering a little bit about, or talking a little bit about Spygate and what it was. I don't think, definitely, people on the Democratic side or on the liberal side don't understand what's going on at all. And one of the main reasons why they don't understand is because everything about this has been slanted by the mainstream media or slammed by the mainstream media as some kind of weird Trumperisms, or they're trying. So the whole verbiage from the Democrat or the liberal media is that everything in Trump land is a lie. Everything that all these people say they're all just so corrupt and just horrible people that nothing they could ever say is true, and it's all a plot, and it's probably connected to Russia. Blah blah blah. And they doth protest too much, because actually some of the things are true. If they were actually covering the news in some kind of balanced fashion. And no side is covering the news in some kind of balanced fashion. But anyways, the developments around Michael Flynn has been very interesting. Again, blowing the lid off the idea that Russiagate was real. Russiagate is a conspiracy theory and a scam. That doesn't mean I'm a Trump supporter. I'm not a Trump supporter. I just, I believe that people shouldn't be illegally spied on, or shouldn't be, coerced into saying things in order to entrap them, which is what happened with Mike Flynn. Whether I agree with these people's politics or not, I still don't think it's, I don't think it's fair or right to entrap people or to run shady intelligence operations against people that are mostly illegal. And that's what Spygate is all about. And this is an unfortunate time for Democrats right now, because all the stuff that's coming out around Biden, and the fact that Biden is just the worst possible candidate for Democrats to run, and all this Spygate stuff is going to start coming out now. And Democrats are just going to look like a flaming pile of shit. And it's going to be very hard, I think, for Democrats to continue on the we're right and we're morally upstanding people, and all these other people are terrible liars. It's going to be really hard to defend that position in the coming days. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because it's going to leave a lot of people confused about what's going on, confused about who to believe. And then, when the Democrats go down in flames again, everybody's going to be standing around crying, going, how did this happen? Well, it happened because you believed lies. It happened because you watched the TV and went, oh yeah, this is all true. So, start with your own brain when you're looking for somebody to blame. Again, humans. FBI docs suggest agents prepared to close Flynn case, then reversed course. Michael Flynn's allies say the new filings offer more evidence that the FBI concocted its case against Trump's ousted national security advisor. This is bad, guys. This is bad. The FBI took steps, and it's bad if it's bad because if you are looking for Trump to lose in November, if hoping that he will lose, I don't want him to win, but I just don't see. I don't see how he could not, because I don't see how Biden's going to win unless they replace him. The FBI took steps in early 2017 to close this investigation into former Trump advisor Michael Flynn before abruptly reversing course, according to new documents filed in Flynn's pending legal effort to rescind his guilty plea for lying to federal agents. There's a lot of interesting theories on why he pled guilty. The filings indicate that by January 4th, 2017, the FBI had drafted a document summarizing findings on a probe, codenamed Crossfire Razor, of whether Flynn had been acting as a Russian agent during the 2016 campaign. The partly redacted document, which was included in the court filings, indicated the FBI had no derogatory information on Flynn and were prepared to close the case. They had nothing. And this whole thing was like, so he pled guilty. Oh my God, he's guilty. That's proven. Russian collusion. He didn't. There was no collusion. He pled guilty to lying. That doesn't necessarily mean he was colluding. They just entrapped him. Same with Roger Stone, by the way. I'm no Roger Stone fan, but Roger Stone didn't have. There was no collusion. He just they got him in a lie, or he lied about his connection to Julian Assange. That doesn't prove any collusion. So but the way it was worded, the way it was presented to the press, and everybody was like, see. A review of logical databases did not yield information on which to predicate further investigative efforts, the document reads. But messages later that afternoon between senior agents and FBI officials show a last-minute reversal driven by discussions at the Bureau's highest levels. Hey, don't close Razor. FBI counterintelligence agent Peter Strzok, where have we heard his name before, wrote to an agent whose name is redacted but is identified in the conversation as the official case agent. He adds seventh floor. Do anybody understand what seventh floor is? Involved, a reference to the highest echelons of FBI leadership. Seventh floor is actually what people think of as, where the actual deep state administrations are going on. The partly redacted messages don't indicate why the reversal occurred. It came just 20 minutes after the document to close the case had been circulating, and less than a week after Flynn spoke by phone to a top Russian diplomat. So he was just doing diplomatic stuff. He was doing transition stuff, which is what every administration does. But they tried to turn it into some kind of collusion thing. Notes from one senior, we're also talking about a general in the Army who was National Security Advisor, which is probably something that they would be doing anyways. Notes from one senior FBI official believed to be former counterintelligence chief Bill Priestap indicate that agents had discussions about whether the goal of the interview was to get him to lie so we could prosecute him or get him fired. Though the official noted he leaned against that approach, it's unclear what further deliberations occurred and how the final call was made. The documents released Thursday reveal more internal machinations at the FBI, unearthed during a review ordered by Attorney General William Barr, who tasked the U.S. Attorney from the Eastern District of Missouri to lead the effort. The judge in Flynn's case, Emmett Sullivan, later Thursday ordered Flynn's team to halt the piecemeal production of new documents and to only add new information to the court docket once they get everything the U.S. Attorney is going to provide. So, on the whole, this looks like, again, what has been described as the Dems, they're basically were trying to cover up for their misdeeds during the Democratic primary and for the stuff that was released in the Assange emails, the WikiLeaks emails. There was evidence. There has been evidence uncovered of money laundering when the Clinton Foundation is involved in money laundering. That the Clinton team was money laundering through the DNC, et cetera, et cetera. They're just involved in some bullshit, some crazy bullshit, which they should be held accountable for. So, I'm just not a fan of corruption on either side of the aisle, which there's plenty of corruption on either side of the aisle. There's plenty of corruption in the Trump administration. There's plenty of corruption going on in the DNC, and all of it is shitty, which is why I don't identify as a Democrat or a Republican, why I'm not identified with any of those people. Osama Ventura 2020. Dude, I dig it. I'm totally there. So yeah, this is, if you need further evidence, more evidence will be coming out about the fact that not only was there not Russian collusion or Russiagate was, founded on a lie, but, all of this investigation, this FBI investigation that was run on Trump was pretty much illegal. And so that is not good. This is not a good time for this to be coming out. Hey guys, remember to like the video, make sure you're still subscribed, and you can support the channel at the links below, PayPal, Square, Patreon, etc. Thank you.